Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be having a quick look at Sarah Ingham's rant over yonder on TikTok, where she had a little bit of a back chat, shall we say, regarding the amount of gifts that Isabelle got for her birthday compared to somebody saying like Esme got for her birthday or anybody else. Anyway, yes, she had a little bit of a rant. Let's take a look.
Wait a minute. I just asked Isabelle what she got for her 16th birthday. You don't need to. I asked Isabelle what she got for her 16th birthday. And she said, we spent a few minutes like just debating. Did you get me the record player and a load of records? I was like, I can't remember now. I don't know. I think that was your 17th when we were in Slovenia.
You know what you could do if this situation should rear its ugly little head again? That's right, you could look back on those vlogs, because you know that you vlogged the shit out of it, as you did vlog the shit out of every single birthday that your kids have ever had.
And so we're trying to work out what she got for her 16th birthday, because obviously everyone's really concerned Esme got more for her birthday than Isabelle got.
I see exactly where this is going. You're going to say, well, Isabelle, she doesn't like a lot of things. She doesn't want for very much. And also, she's 20 now. She's an adult. Yeah, but what about, all right, just think about this for a second, Sarah. What about the time when you fucked over your 13-year-old child in favour of Esme? Does that make it any better or any different? Because not many people are talking about this, but Isla actually got shit for her birthday. Pure and utter shit. Yes, it was a lot of shit, but it was still shit. There was, actually, you take away the Shein clothing, there was just nothing there at all. It was rubbish, right? And Esme got significantly more and more expensive stuff. So explain that one then, Sarah.
So, Isabelle, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I clearly love Esme more than you.
I'm so badly done. No, I think that's silly. Wait, do you mean they said that
They're saying
my
that,
16th, comparing my 16th to Esme's 16th?
well, they're just comparing your present piles in
From this
general.
year?
No, from every year.
Oh, okay.
Your present piles in general to Esme's present piles.
Right. Well, that's just a bit silly because we don't count. No one sits there counting up presents and thinking like, oh, she got extra 5 presents than me this year or whatever. Oh.
They're loving life.
I disagree, actually. Maybe you don't, Isabelle, because you're older and you're an actual adult, right? You know, point taken, you're an adult. You don't need any gifts, or you don't need many gifts, you know, or whatever, right? Or you don't want any, whatever. But kids in general, they do kind of compare to their siblings, you know, and if they feel like they're getting less or they're not getting much in comparison to their siblings, and they do know, you know, kids aren't stupid. Like, if you look again at Isla compared to Esme not only got significantly more items, significantly more expensive items, but she actually got treated differently. Right, Esme had the banner up which said "Happy Birthday, Esme." Esme had the what's it called, the crown thingy, you know, the tiara, is it? Oh, fuck knows. Anyway, yeah, Esme had all the, you know, all the trimmings. All her bags came, or rather, all her gifts came in nicely presented bags and everything. But even Isabelle's was just like plunked there on the side, you know. Very poorly wrapped. In Sarah's words, same wrapping paper as Mila had the other month. Yeah, that's how little effort goes into it. And if you look at Isla's in comparison, it was nowhere near. There was no effort made whatsoever. They didn't even go out. They didn't go out for a birthday dinner. They went to Global Village where they just snacked on little things. They didn't take her out for a birthday treat or anything. Just nothing happened. But with Esme, yeah. Oh, yeah, they did.
And also, if I've asked for less than Esme, and Esme has more things because she has more interests, like Esme does every single hobby you can even imagine. She does clay, she does crochet, she does nails, everything.
She
right?
loves
So
expensive jewellery.
But it doesn't mean that she has to get it just because she's into all these things. She should choose one or two things that she likes and stick to that, and you just get things around that or whatever, right? But just because she's into all these things and into expensive things, yeah, she can get those expensive things, but that's all she gets. But what happens on Esme's birthday is that she asks for loads, right? And it's all expensive things, and she gets all of them plus extra, right? Because if I remember rightly, Esme even got that watch, right? That expensive watch. It was like £200. She didn't ask for it. She didn't express an interest in having a watch, but you just got it to her because, you know, it looked nice. But you didn't do that with the others, did you? At all. I mean, the things that you got, Isabelle, were pretty poorly planned out, if you ask me. Nothing there that was of any major thought or anything like that. But you didn't get her something extra just because, did you? You know, something that wasn't on her list just because, except for that hair mask, was it? Was that something that Isabelle didn't ask for? Anyway. But, you know, Esme does. She gets everything she wants, plus extra.
Loves handbags, she loves makeup from Sephora. Isabelle, she loves skincare.
Whereas I fixate on one thing. So I'll be like, one year I'll be like, oh, I really like this right now.
Yeah.
So can I have one of these maybe, or one of those?
Yeah. Isabelle doesn't she doesn't want expensive jewelry. What birthday was it that I said to you, can I get you a Tiffany necklace? And he was like, no, I really don't want. So she was like, I'll never wear it. And I was like, why not? It's really nice. And it was quite an expensive necklace.
Yeah.
And she was like, because I genuinely won't wear it.
Well, maybe if you explain to her that a necklace is actually what most people call a necklace, so then she would understand what a necklace was, because a necklace doesn't exist. It's funny how your other kids have picked up the calling it a necklace when that's not a thing. It really isn't a thing.
Like, I'd rather you didn't. I won't wear it.
Yeah.
Isabelle isn't interested in expensive jewellery, handbags. She's not interested in... What's the skincare you asked for Christmas? Bioma. She's asked for Bioma for Christmas. And then she said, actually, is that Drunk Elephant moisturiser expensive, Esme? And then Esme went...
I can't remember.
Because she didn't know. And then Esme went, I think it's about £50. She went, no, don't get me that. Oh my gosh, £50? No, don't get me that. She's not interested. She doesn't want it.
Okay, so in that situation there, what you would have done, and you should have done, right, is you should have said to Isabelle, don't worry about the cost. This is a gift, right? Forget the cost, because there's nothing... It shouldn't be any... You know, money shouldn't come into it when you're thinking about receiving gifts, right? So it's nice that she's thinking about your pennies, right? Maybe she knows a lot more about your finances than you do, Sarah. Maybe that's the reason. But you should have just said to her, no, it's okay, Isabelle. Or just get it for her, because she's going off the cost. She doesn't want it because it's expensive, right? But she did want it. Right? She did want it. That's the thing. She wanted that thing because that's what she asked for. It was only when she found out the cost that she didn't want it. So she did actually want it.
Yeah. So, number one, nobody's counting presents in our family.
No, that's just silly.
It's just so stupid.
You wouldn't, like, just because we live together as well, like, you wouldn't then compare my presents to other kids' piles, or like other kids' piles to my pile. It's just silly, and it doesn't work like that. And every sane, normal person with a brain cell knows that as well.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, isn't it? But the other way, the normal way of looking at it, would be that, yes, you wouldn't compare your pile with some random stranger's child's pile, right? Because different families, different finances, different situation, right? However, what you would do normally, and this is completely fair, and I stick by it every single time to make things fair, right? Even if kids are not looking at how much things cost, or they're not looking at the amount of gifts that they're getting, it is only fair and right that you spend approximately the same amount on every single child. For one reason, is that it's fair and doesn't cause arguments, right? Or upset. And secondly, it's just fair. It just shows that you're spending the same. I mean, imagine spending several £1,000s on one child and about 500 on another. It's not fair. I don't care what you say is not right, and it's not fair.
Exactly.
So-
I do feel like that. But, you know, because Esme might have 30 presents, just as an example, for her birthday, it doesn't mean Isabel's only got 12, so now I need to go out and buy her stuff she doesn't want, that Strange Online are okay with it.
Well, this iFan picked up on that point and said, imagine complaining the amount of presents parents give each kid. There could have been a simple reason behind it, like, say, for example, one child having fewer, more expensive presents and the other having more presents but aren't as expensive. Why on earth does it concern a stranger? All 6 of their kids are always super grateful and happy on their birthday, so it should not concern anybody else. But why are you concerned about what people get for their birthdays? Why should it concern a complete stranger like you what they get for their birthday? Because if people like you didn't care what they got for their birthday, then there wouldn't be such a thing as a birthday morning opening vlog, birthday morning opening present vlog thing, right? So you're kind of contradicting why you're there in the first place. But going back to her point here about maybe one child has fewer but more expensive presents and the other having more presents but aren't as expensive, somebody replied perfectly to that. Well, actually, it's the complete opposite. Isabelle has less that are cheaper, and Esme has loads that are all very expensive. Absolutely spot on there. Isabelle gets less presents, but not more expensive, cheaper. And Esme has loads more, but more expensive. But Sarah had something to say about that, because God forbid she lets it go. She said Esme got one item of clothing from Hollister that cost around £4 to £5, whilst Isabelle got clothes from Cotton On that cost around £150. Esme got no perfume. Isabelle got a perfume that cost almost £150 for one gift. All right. Okay, and then Sarah is the martyr. She is actually the number one best parent in the entirety of parent history, right? At 20 years old, you do realise most parents don't even buy their 20-year-old adults birthday gifts, right? Isabel's not complaining. Why are you? So absolutely, Sarah, most people don't even bother buying their adult child gifts, but you do. That makes you the number one star of the show, doesn't it? You're an absolute moron, honestly. I mean, sure, adult children do get less typically, right? But you're not the only parent to buy your adult child gifts ever. You're not. It is actually a thing. In fact, that there are adult children up and down the country who are like in their 40s and still get gifts off the parents, you know? You're not one of a kind, honestly.
Like, it's so ridiculous. And the whole thing about her car is so boring.
Yeah.
Isabelle will get her car when she does her intensive course that we've already booked and paid for, when she feels ready to do it, because she's changed her mind on what car she wants about 3 times. We ain't buying a car now when she's not even passed the driving test.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused then, Sarah, because didn't you get her one for her 18th birthday? That was the idea, right? You got her a car for her 18th birthday. Yes, you might not have chosen it just yet, but you were going to get her one before she passed her test, weren't you? That was the whole point of it, no? I don't know, I'm a bit confused, because you say one thing, and also you kind of clickbaited the shit out of it, right? Got lots of money for it and everything else, but then didn't buy her a car. Most people are going to question that.
Why are you so obsessed? Like, the amount of time... Isabel's birthday last year and this year, maybe she'll get her car that she was promised. Oh, sorry, Barbara. Didn't know I needed to buy a car when you wanted me to buy the car.
It's always Barbara.
It's so stupid. No offence to
that.
Barbara. I just made that name straight out of my head.
No, I swear I had a Barbara hate me one time.
I can't remember. Isabel will get her things when she's ready to get her car. So can we just stop with the whole...
also, to everybody else.
The thing that makes me laugh is the fact that they put all this shit out on the internet, right? They want love and attraction. Love and attention. Yeah. But they just want people to love on them, right? But when people say something negatively about something they've put out there, they don't want to hear that, do they? They absolutely don't. They want all this people being interested in their lives, but not when it's negative interest, don't they? You know, sometimes you got to take the rough with the smooth sometimes. And unfortunately for you, Sarah, there's more rough than smooth these days.
Every other normal person. Don't just force yourself, and this is with like absolutely anything, not just with cars and stuff like that, but don't force yourself to do something just because somebody else has told you to do it. If you're not ready to do it, or if you don't want to do it, or whatever, it's your life, your choice. I have many friends that have only passed the test when they're 23, 24.
Apart from anything else, Isabelle, it would do you the world of good to be able to drive. It would do you the world of good to have your own horizons, so you could go out wherever you want, whenever you want to go. I'm sure there was a time recently when she literally asked her parents' permission in order to go out on her scooter. Like, that's not a thing. And you're always sitting around in your room waiting for mummy to tell you when it's okay to go to the shops, or when it's okay to go to the cinema, or to surprise you with a trip to the cinema. The amount of times you said recently, oh, I've been desperate to see this and mum surprised me with it. That's not normal at all. If you had a car, you could just pop in your car and go out to the cinema and go. Even without a car, you can do that. Just go on the bus and go, right? Most people do that. But a car would enable you to do these things a lot easier and more frequently.
I look at them. Do I not look at them and I'm like, you wait until you were 24? Like, no, I just don't care. Like, it's not a thing.
It's not a priority thing as well right now. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't care.
Anyway, Isabelle was more than happy with the presents that she got for her birthday. She's also got some money that she's probably going to buy some more
perfume this year as well.
Yeah, but she's also got some money that she's probably going to buy another expensive perfume with, or some couple of bottles of perfume, I don't know. And she's also going on a spa day with a friend when we get back to the UK, so leave us alone.
My God, I hope it's a good spa day. The amount you've been going on about it. Why doesn't she take that same friend and go on a trip, like go overseas somewhere, go on a girly holiday or something, you know, do what other children or adults, young adults are doing, right? Go on a trip away somewhere on your own, you and your friend. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be fun? Yeah, I think so.
No, I'm only joking. Kind of.
The comments were indeed intriguing. This person said, I am sure she can speak for herself. Her time is constantly on the road, so she will never do driving. Which is actually true. It's very, very true in actual fact. She can't learn to drive because she's never at home or in any one spot long enough in order to take those lessons and do it. Right? It takes months to do it, maybe even a year, you know, depending on how quickly you learn. And Isabel's a little bit, but Sarah replied and said, and that's her choice, not yours. Someone else, Sue, said, let her live her life. And Sarah replied to Sue and said, didn't you read the part where I said her choice? Isabelle is living life the way she wants to live it, not by the way strangers online tell her to. You say that's quite ironic, right? She lives her life the way she wants to, not how strangers tell her to. But I've seen some videos, both on your main channel and on her own channel, which kind of contradict that. Things that say something along the lines of Instagram followers choose this, or Instagram followers, yeah, you know, run my day, is that? Plan my day. What is it that they used to do? Instagram followers decide my day, or whatever it is, right? So that is strangers telling you how to live your life, right? And this person said, Isabelle hasn't had a private life since the age of 12. I'm sure she doesn't take much notice at this point. I'm sure she looks forward to the day whereby complete strangers don't get to find out what she got in the first place. Social media is just strange, especially the watch me brush my teeth. Lol. So the sentiments are correct on this one, but Sarah didn't think so. Nope, you're wrong. Despite you lot saying as soon as she turns 18 she will be off doing a tell-all book, Isabelle loves her upbringing and loves sharing her life on social media. So no, she won't. No, she really isn't looking forward to the day she can do it all in private. If she was, she would be doing that already by now. Now, you don't get it, and you'll never get it, Sarah. The thing is, Isabelle has been brought up like this. It's a form of manipulation, brainwashing, conditioning, or whatever you want to call it. That's why Isabelle loves the life she has, because that's the only life she knows, right? It doesn't mean to say that it was right, just because Isabelle has grown up with it and thinks it's okay. She now thinks it's okay to exploit the shit out of her own siblings. That's not okay either, but she thinks it is because she's been brought up to think it is. Sue also said it's probably due to their financial situation. Sarah replied, yeah, look at the life we're living, Sue. Clearly struggling. She's so thick. She is so thick. I'm sorry, but she knows, or she has to know by now, because people have told her, and yet she's still doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down, and cinquentin, whatever 5 is, don't know. Anyway, yeah, she's still on it. She thinks that there's no issues because of the life they're living. Well, it's a lie, Sarah. It's a lie. You're living a lie. You know, I've seen on Instagram today, Chris has answered a question regarding him moving to or buying a house in Scandinavia, and he says absolutely 100%. No, Chris, you're not buying a house in any way. Unless you have the cash up front, you're not buying a house anywhere, right? And I can't see that you have that amount of money stashed away. Maybe if you sold all your vehicles, which could be a possibility if you go and live over in Scandinavia, maybe you won't need your vehicles anymore. So sell them all, then you might be able to buy a place. There you go. Tip from me to you. Anyway, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.